I'm passionate about it because climate change is affecting the places that I love, the place I grew up.
I guess for me, the journey started a few years back. I guess it was a matter of once you know better, you start to do better. And I felt like I took an interest in little things I started to become aware of, and I think particularly when I've travelled overseas and noticed the way that things are done differently in certain places, whether it be for better or for worse relative to how we do it here in Australia, it just made me realise we've got so far to come. And to be honest, I got stuck into like a lot of documentaries and podcasts, and I just realised there were so many things in my control that I could do better, and now it feels like it's my role to do that, because I do have the education, I feel, to make those decisions and to help others do the same.
I think it's arguably one of the most important issues facing our generation. You know, it's an overwhelming kind of issue, and I think a lot of people struggle to kind of grasp the magnitude of what it is that we're dealing with. But you know, I think through taking small steps individually and pushing for collective change and industrial level change, I think that's the way forward. And it's obviously going to be a topic over the next years that we need to take immediate action with, because it's every day that goes by, you know, it becomes a more difficult situation to change.
I think one of the biggest things with climate change is that we don't need to know everything about it to be passionate. I think by making small changes in our everyday life and talking to your family and friends about it to make changes will be the best and most effective way. We don't need to change our lifestyle completely, and it's difficult to do so in this day and age. So I think by making these changes, we can really impact those around us. Naturally, there's a lot of negativity about climate change and that feeling that the problem is now too big, but I want to reverse that narrative and make it positive. There is still time for us to make a change.
As a footballer, we've had games moved, rescheduled, cancelled because of the heat and flooding and smoke from bushfires, so it's already prevalent and it's not getting any better.
Not only will we see the impacts at professional levels, if anything, the grassroots will be hit harder because they don't necessarily have the funding, infrastructure and support to combat climate change.
By recognising the significance of the issue that we're facing, I think most people feel the same way, especially, you know, of our generation, really understand, as you say, the magnitude of what it is we're facing. And as you say, I think the more we talk about it and, you know, get it ingrained in people's minds, that we can take that collective action and push for real change.
So at the moment, yeah, we're trying to build a group of players that are aligned in their passion and care for being climate conscious and making decisions that impact the planet. And I think, given our platform as athletes, it's so important that we bring that group together, because within sport there's so much room for change and growth, and it is a place where we do need to do better, and as players we can drive that. So the aim is that by bringing that group together, we can start to, you know, generate better practices and education in clubs and more broadly in the league once we start to chip away. And we know that it's a process to get there, but we have to start, and this is our time to step up.
Through the PFA and, you know, the Our Greener pitch, that's a huge step, especially in football. I'm very aware of the hypocrisy of a, you know, international footballer sitting here preaching about environment when, you know, I'll jump on a plane and travel around the world to play football matches, and, you know, that's an inevitable part of our industry. And through Our Greener pitch, we're able to offset those emissions, and you know, it's something that is reviewed constantly, and, you know, we're always looking to try and make and embed environmental thinking into every decision that we make.